Yeah, that's one thing.
Can you tell us a figure how much you lost? Do you know why? Because we're us not to be nosy, but some people need to understand the realities of
because you
goes
said
down.
that, and just because you said that, bro, I'll tell you what the figure was, because you're right. A lot of people think we're living on dream, we're living a dream. No, so I lost between 40 and 50,000 pounds.
Grand.
Yeah.
That's a house.
That's
a house deposit.
Bro, that's one thing I regret it, and that's not the only time.
If
I list the losses that I've made in my life,
but tell us that we wouldn't know about the losses.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how much I lost this year, and no one knows, and there's no word of a lie, and I'd put Allah's name to this. This year I've lost.
But on business, or is it like personal stuff?
Investment.
On investments.
Yeah.
But that's the tricky thing about investments, isn't it?
It is.
You don't know when it's gonna.
I lost that, and it's only been 5 months.
Crazy.
Man, I have sleepless nights. I've had sleepless nights. Sorry, and that's just 2 things I've told you. There's more losses. A lot more losses.
So all these losses keep happening, and they've happened over time because you've been doing this thing for a long time, over 10 years.
Yeah.
So we all have ups and downs. You know what I mean? Pandemic didn't give us any more help, but there's a time. Let's say, for example, you lost, or even maybe before there was a harder time. How did that make you feel? Like, that this is gone now. Like, this money is not coming back.
It made me feel like this to the point where I ghosted from everyone, and some of my mates would realize, because they're like, bro, ever since you bought the house, you ghosted, and they know it's not. They don't know what it is. If they watch this video, they'll know what it is. I've lost so much money that I just kept myself away from everyone. Yeah. And I just wanted to focus on business because I need to recoup. I needed to get business back up. I needed to focus and do what I do best. Yeah. And I had a time, like, for a month that I just didn't enjoy nothing. Even driving a car just felt like just a normal car. Eating good food just felt like a local shop. Going to my house just felt like another house. I wasn't jolly. I wasn't bubbly. I was actually disrespectful to my parents. Whenever they said something, I used to flip out at them, and I regret that so much.
Do you regret these risks?
1,000,000%, man. Like,
what, all of them?
I'd say 2 or 3 of them. Mainly what happened this year, because this was a huge investment that could have potentially made me a bit more relaxed than where I am now. And there was things that I wanted to do with that money that I can't. And it set me back. Like, I wanted to buy a really nice car this year. It was my plan, it was my goal, but I can't. It set me.
What car do you drive now?
I drive a Range Rover.
Because I went to drive a really nice car this year, and he drives a Range Rover.
No, but I mean,
what, you gonna get a Rari or something? What's going on?
No, like, I used to have an R8. So
okay, I remember.
So I wanted.
You never
something.
took me for a spin in there, by the way. Didn't see it logging off. So.
But I wanted to buy something nice in that respect, in that caliber. But like I said, man, it's pushed me back a whole year. I'm not phased. I don't care. It's pushed me. I don't even give a shit. Like, sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, but I don't care. I've learned. I'm still here. I'm breathing. I still have my business. I still have my family. I still have everyone around me. It's just, I had something set in my mind. I couldn't do it. And with me, I'm the kind of guy, if I wanted to buy this camera, whether it be 5 grand, 10 grand, I'd put that in my mind and work towards it. And when it doesn't happen, it just makes you feel like I've fallen back. And that's what I don't like. I don't like the fact that I've fallen back, because I'm a guy who takes good risks, and has always elevated in life rather than gone backwards.
But going backwards is a part of this process, isn't it?
And this is what people don't see. What people don't see is that L that you take, the loss that you take. They always see the sun at the end of that tunnel, basically the light on that end of that tunnel. But they need to hear these losses, bro, and they need to know how it will affect you. And also, what's more important is that when you take those losses, don't bring yourself down. Don't forget where you are, and do not do not stop grinding. If you stop, you're just going to continue taking those losses. There's days that I didn't even want to come to the office. I forced myself, even if it was for 2 hours, to show my face to the team. I had to be done. I literally came into the office for an hour or 2 and then just went back. But I needed to do that. That was part of the process of healing my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of forcing yourself to lie to yourself, basically. Like, yo, I gotta get up and
and I come here
to work.
putting a smile, like nothing happened. And like I said, what I've just told you today, bro, no one knows. Only a close people know. But I just want to say it because I don't want the world or the industry or whoever to think that I'm one of these kind of guys who is like this, who is like that, and who's had it all given. No, man.
I feel like people will make that assumption regardless because of who you are, because of what you've done, and because of what they see.
Yeah.
They're wrong for thinking that way, but they're not also wrong in the sense of that's just all they see. So how are they going to know?
They're not wrong because we portray those things.
Exactly. And that is people like us. That's our fault for doing
our
that.
fault, 100%.
It's a part of the parcel. But
exactly.